Hello, and welcome to Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because I loves me some tea. Her and yeah. I feel like showing y'all what I got to drink today. I'm representing for the zero sugar girlies, but not in the same way. I have cherry pomegranate water
Oh, per.
or zero sugar juice water. What you call it? Juice, call it water. But cherry pomegranate, it's become one of my favorite things to drink. Kind of just I'm obsessed right now.
Per.
So I love it. And of course, as always, I have my cup mug right here handy. And you can get you a cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And if you look to the right side of the screen, there is a QR code. You can scan it, favorite the shop, buy your merch, and do all the things. And we truly appreciate you checking us out. Get your cup merch, period. And thank you. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. US, come on. We're right here. It's gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Also, hello to the little Ellen coming. Hey, Ellen. But oh my God, I'm finally on for Traitors US coverage. I haven't been on yet for this season. I'm quite delighted.
Oh, you have
Hi.
not.
No,
Mm.
and I'm very excited.
Mhm.
Finally. Hi, I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Okay. I have an iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts today. I'm quite happy about it. It's also technically sugar free because the only flavor I have in it is toasted almond. So it's technically a sugar free. But no, I'm quite excited to be on finally for this season of the Traitors because it's been quite fun. It's been quite
Mhm.
delightful. Um it's been quite let me bang my head against a wall for a few moments here. Um but hey, great seasons of reality TV make you feel that way sometimes, huh?
Mhm. 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 It's been a. I mean, a lot of it happened. The boot order still sucks. I will always say that. The boot order is treacherous and it sucks, but I'm still enjoying the season, so I can't
Mhm.
be too mad because even though the boot order sucks, the boot order makes sense. And that's the crazy part of it all. It's
Mm.
like it makes sense, but it
Well, a
still
couple of them don't.
I mean, there's only one that didn't to me, and that's Portia. Because that one didn't make sense at all to me because really, but everybody else
Monet.
I makes sense.
I
I
know,
hate
but it
it.
upsets
It upsets me
me.
so much. Like I hate everything about it, but I feel like every other move made sense. And it's like,
Yeah.
I get it, but I hate it, but I get it, but I hate it,
But
but I get it.
Monet.
Absolutely, it's annoying. It's very annoying. But we're here to talk about Traitors US episode 6. And yeah, we're a little early today. We're early. You get it early, so you're welcome. But no, schedules change, things change, so we are switching things up a little bit. If you watch our UK coverage of Traders UK, we are switching it up just a little bit because today usually will be the day we do UK, and then tomorrow we would do Traders US. But since US aired yesterday and we're getting our finale of UK today, we switched it around a little bit. So we will now be recording doing our releases of Traders US on Saturdays, and then our Traders UK will drop this week on Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. So yeah, we're just switching it up a little bit, but we have the finale of UK this weekend, so we're excited about that. And then we're going to keep our Traders UK, Traders US episodes early. So we do this because we love you guys, and we do this because we want you all to get the optimal conversations about traders as early as possible. So we're gonna do that. Um but yeah, follow us on this channel if you haven't done so already, because we're on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. And so we would love if you would follow us on this channel. Subscribe right now if you are into competitive reality television, because that's what we do here. And so we would love if you would join us as we talk about a lot of different things. Traders, of course, Fear Factor we're talking about. We're going to jump into some. We just wrapped up Project Runway Canada, and we're about to jump into our refill of Project Runway. We are finishing up season 8, and we're gonna start season 9. So we got a lot going on. Me and Logan made a fun decision that we're going to start doing. We'll tell you about that later. Um, and then we got Survivor coming up, House of Villains coming up, Survivor Australia coming up. So our schedule is going to be back booked and busy yet again, but we love it. Also, if you're a fan of Drag or Drag Race, we have another channel for you. All the links of that will be in the description below, but it's at the Cup Pod if you just want to know. Go join us over there where we're talking all things Drag Race, RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. We just wrapped up Canada. We're getting ready to dive into UK versus the world. Breaking news. That's happening. So we got a lot of fun things going on there. We're gonna have exit interviews. We're gonna have preseason stuff for UK, and then drafts is coming up. Like, we got a lot going on all of our channels. So follow us on all of the channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links. Join us in our Patreon. We have a lot of fun things going on there. And follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. We would love to hear from you and engage with you. So hit us up. Now, Logan, episode
Mhm,
6.
mhm,
This happened, and we knew that the traders had the option. Well, we're going to either murder or no
mhm.
one was going to be murdered if the faithful decided not to take a shield in the last challenge. But we didn't know if they made that, if they did it or not, until the beginning of this episode. Um, we see the traders talking about who are they, who, their
Mhm.
options on who they want to kill.
Yeah.
And Lisa has been informed that Colton is coming for her. And she's just like, we should have killed him a long time ago. Like, it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
And I was like, yes,
Yes.
we really should have.
You should have killed Colton instead of Caroline, instead of
He was,
Monet, instead of any of the other people you've murdered so far. You should have just gotten rid of him first. He shouldn't have made it this far, period. Why? Because he's horrible. But that's beyond the point.
he shouldn't
Um
have been casted on the show at
he shouldn't have
all.
been cast in general.
But anyway,
Because he's scum
horrible.
of the earth and a stalker and a horrible human, and he should not be platformed in this way, and he shouldn't be getting a good edit in this way, regardless, because he's not a good person. But regardless
Mm,
of all of
is he
that,
getting a good at it? I don't think so.
yes, yes.
He's
Unfortunately,
getting a chunk of edit, but nobody's buying the good part of it, and
unfortunately,
that's the bottom line. Nobody, they could try to make him a redemption story. Nobody is buying it.
and it's interesting the way that they're trying to give him, interestingly, I feel like they're trying to give him like the Pilot Pete Dylan
Mm-hmm.
Efron
Mm-hmm.
edit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, baby, what are y'all trying to do? Like, it's no, like,
The difference, the difference between Pilot Pete and Dylan Efron and Colton Underwood. Dylan and Pilot Pete didn't have criminal records. They didn't try to stalk people. We don't forget what you did, Colton. Nobody forgets, and nobody is buying your performative gay. I say it every week. You are a performative gay, and nobody's buying it. I'm sorry. Peacock, you can try to give him a good edit all you want. The public opinion is not buying it. Nobody likes Colton. He is going to leave this show worse off than he did when he came on it. He should have stayed home with your husband eating your salad and being happily gay over there. You did not have to come back on TV because now nobody likes you. People who didn't know you don't like you.
Mm.
And then they're learning everything about you now. All your old mess is getting resurfaced and nobody likes you. You should have just stayed at home and been happily gay with your husband because now people who did not know what you did know what you did.
Mm-hmm.
Because the North does not forget, baby, and they are reminding you. We got people making whole videos about you, warning people not to like you, and they're correct.
And I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Miss Debbie
Demi,
Burnett,
period.
icon,
Demi,
for
Aiton.
all of her work, and she's been putting in that work for years since she was on Colton's season of The Bachelor. Um, yeah, no, it's disgusting, and I'm gonna speak on him as little as I can because ultimately, Peacock. I don't know why y'all.
I don't know what you
Anyway,
edited about. Anyway, but the traitors are trying.
um,
The traitors are trying to figure out, who they should murder. And then there's a knock on the door, and
because they ain't gonna murder at all.
Alan comes in and is like, "Oh, by the way, the faithful did what they were supposed to do, and nobody took a shield, so no one is
No,
murdered. No
no.
one murdered." And it's like, oh, they're bummed. They're like, oh well, we got to do what we got to do. But they did come up with a plan
Mm-hmm.
because they were like, we need to figure out who the next people we want to how what's the order we want to go. They all was like Ron is probably going to get banished from the table. Everybody's going looking at Ron. We'll go with Ron. Let's just do Ron. Then Lisa made the comment that everybody wanted to hear. Then we murder Colton because Colton needs to go. And he needs to go now. She wants to slit his throat. And we're like, yes,
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 mother.
we do. We do want to slit his throat.
Mother. Mother. Can I just say? Can I
Hmm.
just say?
Hmm.
I've loved Lisa Rinna for years.
You know.
This is everything I could have ever wanted and more. I just love her. I just love her. I just love her. That's all. That's all. I just love
I'm-
Lisa Rinna. Like, we all dreamed of Lisa Rinna the traitor. And I remember preseason when we were all like, wouldn't it be so good to have Lisa Rinna as a traitor? And then we got Lisa Rinna as a traitor. Like,
I mean, okay. I'm not that big on Lisa Rinna like all of y'all were. Like every all y'all was just like, Lisa Rinna's so great. I'm like, okay. I know Lisa Rinna. I can appreciate Lisa Rinna. But, and if she's on the show, I don't mind Lisa Rinna on the show. Sure. But and then when we talked about traders, I was like, I mean, I could see Lisa Rinna being a trader. Sure. I think she'll be a very
mm-hmm.
good trader. Lisa's proving to me that just because you're an actress and a housewife and you do all that, and she says in this episode, that's not all who you are. And I don't think, I mean, she's a good trader, but I think it could have been a better trader. I
Oh.
I think she's playing too low key as a housewife trader than she needs to. And
Okay.
I mean, because and I feel like Candace hit the sweet spot. Like she's a little bit
Mm,
extra when she needs to be, but she's chill when she has to be. But she's very social,
mm,
and she's hit the sweet spot in housewife for traders, housewife traders,
mm,
because she's very very unassuming. People just like, oh, Candace is just being Candace. She's extra. Lisa, who has the reputation of being very extra, being very too much, very like very loud, very opinionated, very
Mhm.
headstrong. I think she took this and she brought down it back so much where she become unrecognizable, even to her housewife friends. Like when Dorinda is questioning you, like
I was gonna,
Lisa,
I was gonna say, do we? Because obviously we go to breakfast. No
breakfast,
one gets
right?
murdered, and Colton does go to Dorinda,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, and I don't like Colton, but he is right to go to Dorinda and
Yeah, and
go,
ask about
you need,
her.
and you like, what do you think about Lisa? You know her really well. Like, you need to take it. Like, he's right to do that. And I think it's a
Mm-hmm.
smart move on Colton's part.
Absolutely.
And it's a smart move on Dorinda's part too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought it was a great move. I think it's interesting to look at because Lisa is in such a unique position here as probably as one of, if not maybe the most outspoken person
Mm,
left in the game. I'll say left
true.
in the game because we
Right,
had a
right.
lot of
Mm-hmm.
fuck that man that went home last episode. That's all
Mm-hmm.
I'll say now. But like as one of the most outspoken people left in the game at this
Mm-hmm.
point, I think it was going to be difficult for Lisa regardless of if she was a faithful or a traitor
Mm.
because she's Lisa fucking Rinna. Like she was going to have a target on her back regardless of the position she was in. And so she was going to have to dial back regardless of position.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to be able to be the Lisa Rinna in your face because that was going to put a bigger target on her
Right.
regardless of
No, don't do
position.
that.
I see where you're coming from. I definitely agree with a lot of that. I don't think she needed to dial back all the way,
Mm-hmm.
but and I'm gonna skip ahead here for a second since we're on the Lisa kind of storyline
Mm-hmm.
here. I think what's interesting and we learn about Lisa in this episode is yes, she's this big extra personality, but that isn't everything that Lisa does, and that's not exactly who she is. Yes, that is part of her personality. But
Mm-hmm.
as we hear in this episode, like she is a complex individual. Like she is not all that. And we hear when she confronts Colton about that
Mm-hmm.
later in the episode, she's like, that's not all, like I can turn that on. Like that is a part
Right.
of me, but that's not all that I am about. That's not everything for me. Um and so I think what we're experiencing in this season is actually maybe for the first time, maybe the rawest form of Lisa Rinna we've ever experienced on TV. And I think that's kind of cool, actually. I don't know. I've gotten to experience a lot of Lisa Rinna. I've seen some of her housewife stuff. I grew up watching her on
These are
live
all the
with
lives.
yeah,
Oh.
on like some of her TV stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so like I've seen a lot of Lisa Rinna on TV. So I think maybe we're just seeing, the realest form of Lisa Rinna possible here. And she's just like, I'm just gonna be, real and just experience it. Or maybe this is just an act and she's being, actress Lisa and dialing it back so far. I don't know. Um, Point is, I think she's doing a half decent job, but I agree with you. I think there are things she could have been doing better. Could there have been better traitor choices? I think so. I think there's a couple of other people that maybe could have been doing it better.
Mm-hmm.
But for me as a
Oh,
fan of Lisa Rinna,
no,
I'm
not
thrilled,
mad.
obviously,
Of
but
course.
there's like one or two other people that I'm like, ooh, I really, now that I see them in the castle, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, I
Mm-hmm.
really, really would have loved to see them and still would love to. They're they're still in the game.
I
Would
want
love
to
to
see
see
Kristen.
them.
I would love to see Kristen
Same.
as a traitor.
Same. Oh my god,
I
Kristen
would
Kish
have
is a
loved to see Kristen Kish as a traitor. I
same.
think she would have been the same quiet person that she
Yeah.
is, but thinking about who.
Kristen is fundamentally impressing me in this game. And when we get the Coup conversation
Mm-hmm.
pop up here, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of where things go next.
Yeah.
When the Coup pops up, I was really quite impressed with
Mm.
Kristen in this episode, with Kristen and with Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God, Johnny Weir is here.
Finally.
Johnny Weir is here.
Finally, we get to
And
see.
Tara Lipinski, for that matter. I was like, Kristen showed up, and she's been here all season. But this was like Kristen's episode to finally step out of the shadows, Johnny's episode to step out of the shadows, Tara's episode to step out of the shadows. I was like, finally. And all it
And we
took
get
was
Mark
them.
Ballas again. Mark Ballas
And
finally.
Mark is here.
Finally.
And all it took was that demon man getting eliminated. Thank God for that. I was like, really, all it took was getting rid of that demon man. And suddenly, all of these characters are emerging in the second half of this game. And it was so delightful for me. Like, honestly, I am so happy I wasn't here to talk about the first 5 episodes, because all you would have gotten out of me is F that man, F that man, F that man, F that man. That's all you would have gotten out of me.
Like I said last week, that man got his one
Yeah.
from me. He got a half for the beginning, a 0.5 at the beginning, and a 0.5 at the end. He got his one from me because I could never give him his 10s because he will never get his 10s from me,
No.
never. But he got his one from me because what he said said to
Yeah.
Colton. I felt like he read the room
Sure.
down with that, and he was
Yeah.
correct on that. But other than that, no,
No.
that man could go. I wanted him gone, period, anyway. But
100%.
yeah,
But it was so nice to see, and when we got the Coup going on here,
mm-hmm.
and when Johnny steps out of absolute nowhere and goes, well, if we have 8 faithfuls, we have a majority. I said, what do you mean, strategic mastermind Johnny Weir? What do you mean, alliance mastermind Johnny Weir? Hello.
We love to see
Hi. Hey, Johnny. Good to see you. It was so refreshing and beautiful to see, Lana.
Mm-hmm.
As a huge fan of Johnny. As a huge fan of Johnny Weir, I said, yes, Johnny. Oh, I loved it.
I loved seeing, and I agree with you, seeing that man go had made the editors do a better job of showcasing other people in the castle, which we needed to see because the story was so focused on him, on Colton, and it was just like we needed to open it up to see what other people are doing. And then when you do that, we see Johnny Weir coming up with alliances and making 8 people who they think are faithful and pretty much almost right except 2. Like he brings 2 of the traitors into the faithful current, but which I kind of love that because I like to see I want to see the back and forth and push
Right.
and pull and how this worked and plays out. But for Johnny to do that, then to get Kristen on board, and Kristen already has her doubts about Colton. She was like, last week she didn't have, she was like, I just feel Colton is ringleading everything. So Kristen is automatically on board. Tara is with Johnny. So she's like, absolutely, this is something weird. Let's go with that. Then,
Also,
then,
yes.
go ahead.
And side note, how have these people not put together that Johnny and Tara are Johnny and Tara?
I think they know, but they're not saying nothing at this point. Because
it has to be, right?
I think they know, but they also know that they faithfuls. So what's the point of breaking them up?
Okay. Anyway, sorry, continue.
You know what I mean? Because like at this point, what's the point of breaking them up unless you're a traitor?
Sure.
And the traitors will be the ones that'll be like, let's break that. Now, if the traitors don't know, I don't know. I don't know if Rob and Chris, Candace, or Lisa have put them together like that as being besties. But if I was a faithful and I knew, I don't care. They're faithfuls. We trying to get rid of these traitors.
If
We'll break them up
I'm a
later.
faithful, oh my god, it's Johnny and Tara. Like, hey, can I come do Winter Olympics coverage with y'all? Like,
Right.
period.
I'll be free in February. Hello.
Exactly.
Like,
Hello.
um,
Like,
but yeah, I just feel like they just thought about this whole thing and then getting in Mark and Steven, who they obviously feel like are faithful too, and they're right. And it's just it makes sense. I think the risk and Rob, who they think is a faithful, and Candace, they like, yeah, they're faithful. Let's bring them in.
and Mora was the last one,
Maura
right?
was another one, and then Eric was the last one. And I was like, Eric is the only one who I would have been a little bit paused about because of his, siding with Colton over Tiffany and doing that whole situation. But it was fine. That Coup, though, I thought it was interesting how it came about. Because, of course, like we said, nobody got advantage. So everybody's
Yeah.
there and everybody's talking. And Johnny just starts pulling people, just like, hey, let's talk. And I was like, oh, and Mark was like very much in on yeah, we can do this. Let's grab this person. Let's go get this
Uh-huh.
person. And I loved seeing that. This is the first
It,
time people could stop saying, who's Mark? Is a Mark in the castle? Yes, Mark Ballas exists. He's
yes,
there.
and he's hot and he has great hair.
He's there. He's doing his thing.
And he's a Dancing with the Stars champion.
Right.
And
But what I need,
eventually he'll take our good sis Hannah Chata to
Candace,
the top.
Hannah Chata wants to dance with Mark and Candace.
Oh my
They
god,
want to be on
yes.
Dancing with the Stars with Mark, and I'm loving it. Like Mark came out of retirement for 1 year, and now he has two people lining up wanting to dance with Mark again.
Well, Hannah needs to finish medical school and then
You know,
go on married what is
married,
it?
married to Med.
Married to medicine and then
Yeah. So
win Big Brother again. Or win Big Brother All Stars and then do Dancing with the Stars with Mark. That's what it was. She
right.
had go follow Hannah Chata on Twitter. She has
Absolutely.
a whole.
I know. Look, all you really need, Hannah, is to get on Married with Medicine because that's under the Bravo name, and Bravo Peacock, you'll get on Traitors
All she needs is
and get on
to,
Traitors.
no. All she needs is to be Hannah Chata from Big Brother. That's enough.
And then get on
She
Traitors,
was
and
also
then
on
you
Amazing Race. Like,
period.
hello.
Hello,
She
hello.
has enough.
She
I'm
has
sorry.
enough,
Like,
and then she's smart, and she's could be a doctor.
hello.
Hello,
Like,
let's get her on Dancing with the
Traitors could probably
Stars.
be enough, though. Let's be real.
Right? If she gets on Traitors, oh my god, I think
Oh my
Hannah would
god.
do amazing in Traitors. To be honest, I think Hannah would thrive in Traitors.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think she would
Uh-huh.
thrive.
You know who else I think would thrive in the Traitors? Azza.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Because she's got that real good social connection building. Like, she's
Mm-hmm.
got the strategic mind too.
Yes.
But she's really, really good at building those social. Like, she's a gamer without seeming like a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she could be one of those Big Brother people to like bridge the gap between like the housewives, because she does all of her like she does all of the viewing parties and things. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she could be the person to kind of bridge the gap. I think Ozza would be a really good.
If she's a faithful, she will get out because she's too faithful. If she's a
Mm,
traitor, she can
I
get
could see it.
she can
I
work
could
that to
see
the
it.
end. But yeah.
I could see it.
Anyway, back to this.
Yeah.
Look, our
Love the coup.
tangents. We do.
Love the coup. Love
The
the coup.
coup happens, and it's so good, like you said, refreshing to see so many more people getting a chance to be in the
Like,
spotlight, seeing
Stephen
their strategic
Coletti had
mind.
an edit for the first time, I think, since like episode 1.
Did he?
Well, he had confessionals.
He had a confessional this episode? I couldn't
Yes.
remember. I couldn't remember. But
And it
yeah.
was about the coup. And I was like, I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah, yeah, yeah.
sure.
It
And I was
was. It
like, oh
was.
my God.
I'm so used to not seeing Steven that when we do see Steven, I don't remember we saw Steven.
I was like, Tara had a confessional. It was
Yes.
lovely. I'm like, thank God. And then
But
we get
go ahead. Then we get
Oh, I was gonna say then we get my least favorite challenge of the season. I hate this. And then it got worse. It got worse, Lana. They made it worse.
Um,
I don't know if there was anything else before the challenge, but they made this challenge worse.
no, it wasn't. But yeah, this was the same challenge we saw on UK.
Shocker, we're reusing challenges, but hey,
I mean that's what they
it's
do.
the
I know what what the precursor of what's going to happen on US because I watched UK. And when I saw the cabin, I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna do it. And it was the same thing. They're gonna send everybody in. These cryptic messages are going to come out. You have to figure out who these messages are talking about. Send two. Theirs will send two people out to go to the gravesite to find the right person. If they win, they get $3,000. If they don't, bam. And then there's a shield in play as well. Two shields. So two people
shield.
go out and get shields. Well, this cast was like, don't nobody go for the shield, right? And they were like,
If you go for the shields, we're gonna banish you. I'm sorry. I love my mother, Natalie Anderson, with every fiber of my being, my spirit, and my soul. But, ma'am,
what do you mean? What do you mean if you go for the shield, you get banished? Some people fear for their
love her.
safety. Love her. Wrong game to do that. And wrong, but for people to listen to that was.
I'm gonna say this. I love Natalie Anderson. I love Natalie Anderson. She is my favorite Survivor winner. She is top 5 favorite Survivor players of all time for me.
Okay.
Wrong show. I'm so happy she's on TV again. Wrong show. I just like it's. I'm happy she's here. I'm thrilled she's here. But I'm like, it's a little it's almost a little buzzkill at this point, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I love Natalie so much, but she's giving mom energy every week. It's like, don't you go for the shield now. Children, don't go for the shields. If you go for the shields, we're going to banish you. Children, don't go for the shields. I'm like, Natalie, can we just have some fun here? Let some people have some fun, Natalie. Okay? I understand you want to play a cookie cutter game so that we can get to the end. I get it. I understand you want to win. And I want you to win, Natalie. I want you to win. I would love nothing more than for you to be a 2-time winner of Survivor and Traitors. However, you didn't win Survivor by playing a cookie cutter clean game. Something's gotta give, ma'am.
I said this last week, and
You
I say it
did.
again.
You did, yep.
I said I like Natalie. I think she's a great person to play a game in Survivor, and she did great. I love her. I'm a fan of hers. But I said last week, I said she is not giving like I would expect Natalie Anderson to give on this show.
No, like my favorite bits with Natalie were her with Monet.
Right.
Like that's really where I was like, oh my God, Natalie's personality was really just shining with Monet, and I absolutely loved it. And now, like, and it's no shade, because obviously I'm gonna love Natalie Anderson until the day I leave this planet. She's literally my goddess, my angel, everything. I love this woman, but it's I don't know if it's the edit we're getting from her. I'm gonna blame the edit. I don't know. I'm gonna blame the edit. I'm blaming the edit.
Okay.
I'm gonna blame it on the edit. Blame it on the edit. Blame it on the edit. And we can't get copyright struck on this channel, so but no, I'm gonna blame it on the edit here, because I just think it's weird. Like the way she's being portrayed here is just weird. I don't know. I don't know, but I love Natalie Anderson with every fiber of my being.
I really think, honest and be honest, I think it's the her associated with Colton that's making it so ugh. And that's what I think it is. And I think that's where a lot of people had a problem with Tiffany and her association with
And
Michael. And
I never talked about it on here, but you and I talked about it, Lana. I had a little bit of an with Tiffany as well because of her association with him.
right.
I
And like
love
you said,
Tiffany in this game, but yeah,
yeah.
it was a little with Tiff in this game. Ultimately, I love Tiffany as well. And I think she did play well, but that I think with Natalie as well, that is something I'm a little like, I got it for Natalie's game,
And I get it for
totally,
Tiffany.
but
I got it for
and I
Tiffany's
got it
game,
for
and I get
Tiffany
it
as well.
for
Yeah,
Natalie. It's like you play with the people who want to play with you. And if
yeah,
those are the people that want to play with you, then you play with those people. You can't force yourself to play with people who don't want to play with you because you are
100%.
always the outside out person out. So yes, I understood it. And that's why that's what when I told you I wasn't that upset with Tiffany for her have to associate herself with Michael because that's the person who wanted to play with her. Her other two people who wanted to play with her were gone. So she
Yeah,
stuck with the person who trusted her the most. And I feel like that way about Natalie as well. It's like, yes, I don't like her associating with that man because I don't like that man, but I understand why she's associated with that man. Because honestly, I'm be honest, I don't think the survivors came in here and was like, we're going to stick together because Jam Jam is not doing that. I think Jam Jam is so self-absorbed into himself, is so self-absorbed into the gay characters on the show. Like he wants to hang out with Johnny, he wants to hang out with Colton, he wants to hang out with like he
yeah.
does not associate himself. We don't ever see them talking to the people who the survivor
No.
people. So I feel like Jam Jam came to this game was like, I don't want to deal with survivor people. I want to expand my horizons and talk to people and play with people who are not survivor people. And that didn't happen. Like he didn't talk to Rob like that. He didn't, and like he wasn't with the gamers, so to speak, like that. And
Yeah.
I feel like so Natalie didn't have that connection that most of the survivor players who come on this game had initially coming in. Rob was gone too soon, so she didn't have a chance to like have that thing with Rob. And Jam Jam just does not seem like he's interested in playing with survivor players. So
Yeah.
I think she did what she had to do and got with Colton, and Colton wanted to play with her. And so it made sense. So
Yeah.
I'm not that mad at her for doing that, even though he is just, she's just, it just feel like she's just, it feels like it's creeping on her a little bit to make people go, eh. But in all actuality, she's good in challenges. And we expect her to be good in challenges. We expect her to do that because she was a beast on Survivor. She was really good. And so we expect her to be good in that.
Yeah.
But like as far as personality and connection and connecting with the audience, I don't think they're either not editing her
No.
properly to do that or she's just not doing it.
Yeah, Natalie's gonna go deep. We're gonna see Natalie for a while because
Yeah.
ultimately she is doing well in challenges. She is the top performer in challenges. Obviously, she's
Hmm.
a beast. She's a fitness fanatic.
Yeah.
Like one look at her Instagram and
You just
obviously.
know, Avi.
But yeah, it's interesting. Like if you didn't know her from
Hmm.
The Amazing Race or Survivor,
Yeah.
like if this was your first exposure to Natalie Anderson,
It would be a meh.
you wouldn't
It would be a
get the
meh.
vision. Like you would not get the vision.
You wouldn't understand why people are like Natalie's mother.
Exactly. Like yeah, you would not understand the vision. Like I've seen some people being like, why do people love Natalie so much? And it's like,
Right.
you're not seeing the vision on this. I promise you're not seeing the vision. In a lot of and in a lot of ways, people are also like, why do people love Jam Jam? And I'm like, y'all aren't seeing the vision the way like y'all aren't seeing it. Because yeah, Jam Jam is an enigma on this season as well. But no, this challenge is creepy. Creepy. They added in a creepy screaming woman.
Right.
Why? Did we need
Why?
it? No.
No. I was
No.
like,
I hated it. I hated every moment of it because I watched this at 3:30 in the morning and I hated it. I hated every fucking moment of it.
no.
This was horrible. This was nasty. Peacock, I will never forgive you. I think you're gross, horrible. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Peacock. You're and you're wonderful. No, but this was terrifying. And I will probably have nightmares. So thanks. Peacock, if you want to pay for my therapy bill, that'd be great.
I think it was more creepier than in the US version it was in the UK version because I was
Yes,
not as
because
creeped
they had
out.
a creepy screaming woman in the corner.
Like that I don't understand now, but it was wild. But we still had some of the same elements, the Ouija board of it all of filling out the name. My favorite moment of this challenge was seeing Candace and Tara get the name and broke up out of there so fast, like, get me out of here, don't want to do it. And they heard somebody say Clark and they ran with it. And so then when they see that it's not Clark and it's a B coming at the last minute, it's the B, and they run out thinking Clark, and the people in the counter are like, Black! It's Joe Black! It's John Black! And Candace is out there, Clark! We're looking for John Clark! Like,
Clark, girl, no, you're not.
it's black. It's like they scream at the top of their lungs. It's black. Just, I just laughed so hard. But then, of course, and
Coupled,
then, and then
coupled with
wait,
my favorite moment.
wait, hold up, and then wait. When they finish, they get to find John Black or Clark, and they scream out John Clark, and then across the way John
But
Black's hand pops up and they run like, oh, and then they run over like they can just go grab the money and it sucks it back down like, no, no.
no,
And they're like,
no,
so did we get it? I'm like, no, you didn't get
no,
it.
girl. Like, Miss Candace, what are we doing?
Candace and
Oh my
Tara,
god. Uh,
that's a duo I never thought I needed to see in my life.
adorable and lovely. Coupled with my favorite moment of this challenge, Lisa screaming at nothing. Ah! 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 Lisa is seemingly screaming at nothing. Ah! 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 I love Lisa Rinna. Like, it is just, there is nothing going on. And Lisa is just running around screaming.
Why not?
I love it. I loved
Why
it
not?
so much. I loved it so much.
It was everything. It was
So
it
good.
was so freaking epic, to be honest.
So good.
It was so freaking epic. Just
Otherwise,
like,
it was basically the same clues and whatnot from
UK.
what I thought
Um,
what I
go
thought was
ahead.
interesting is, so we get 15,000. Tara
Mm-hmm.
and Candace are the only ones that don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
They tell the final three though, no one went for shields. They're just straight up like, yeah, no one went for it. I thought that was an interesting piece of information that they willingly gave out.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, no, 15,000, there you go. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Like,
Right.
I thought, especially knowing now that like the next step is going to be the, what's it called? The banquet.
Right.
I guess that was probably because of that.
Maybe.
I'm gonna safely assume that,
I will
because
say that, yeah. I would agree with that.
now you got a murder in plain sight, so whatever. But yeah, I thought that was, at the time I was like, oh, that's an interesting piece of
Interesting.
information. If
Right.
they're,
To just share like that.
yeah, it's like, because they didn't do that on, it's just so interesting to me looking at the parallels
Well, I
between
mean,
US and UK.
I guess they did it because the people who went back to the castle after they got it could have been like, "Oh yeah, we got this money. Oh yeah, we got this money," and everybody was talking, and so everybody just knew the amount of money. If everybody, like, if the math was mathing correctly,
Mm-hmm.
they realized, yes, we banked $15,000. We got this money,
Mm-hmm.
and Tara and um Candace would be like, yeah, we just got it wrong because we heard John Clark
Yeah.
and instead of Black, and everything would have just added up anyway. So
Yeah.
it didn't make sense to hold that information from them,
Yeah.
which is fine. Which is fine, but I do think the banquet had a lot to do with that too, which makes perfect sense.
Like, I think if it was a normal
Yeah,
murder, like,
maybe
we
they wouldn't
probably
say
would have gotten the
anything.
same sequence as we got on UK, but,
Yeah,
um
I mean,
also,
even though
side note, if y'all haven't been watching Traitors
you can,
UK,
you
the
should.
finale is today at the time
Yeah,
that we're recording this. Y'all go find a way to watch it, go binge it.
it's
This
so
season has
good.
been absolutely remarkable. Go
Yeah,
watch it.
go watch it.
Some of the best Traitor games, some of the best Faithful games, like
It's really been good.
it's real
It's
good.
really been good.
But
But we see Rob, Ron, and Eric are the last three remaining in the house. So they go back. And we have a conversation with Ron in the car with Rob and Eric, and they're like, we know Ron is kind of deflated. Like, we know what's gonna happen tonight. Um, he said the bright side is I get to go see my kids and my girlfriend, so that's a plus for me. And Rob has had conversations with Ron, and Rob has decided he likes Ron, which
mm,
I loved. By the way, let me just say this: Rob talking to Ron. Rob is finding connections with people who I just never thought Rob would have connections with. Like
right.
this man was like in love with Donna Kelsey. He wanted Donna Kelsey
I
to stay.
know.
And he was like, I love Mama Donna. I love Donna. Like, is she married? Kind of like
Right.
Rob just wanted to be around a Donna Kelsey. And then now he's like, I really like Ron. I think I mean, he knows Ron's not a traitor because he's a traitor. He knows who the traitors are.
Right.
But he's like, something, and he was really prepared to throw Ron under the bus tonight. He came in into breakfast. He left that turret ready to throw Ron under the bus, and he was fine with that until he played chess with Ron, and they were just had a good one on one, heart to heart kind of conversation. And Rob is like, we have it just really. I think Rob felt how gross it felt for the way everybody was treating Ron, and it kind of was like, why are we doing this to this person?
It's so interesting to see, like, and we've seen it now on both seasons here, with US and UK, like the way we've gotten Ron kind of treated with this like punching bag treatment, and then over on
Hmm.
UK with
Jade,
Jade,
yeah.
constantly getting this, this treatment. And I mean, she made it to the damn spoiler, she made it to the damn final, so props to you, girl.
Hmm.
But it's really one of those interesting phenomenon on the Traitors where it's like, why does this keep happening? It's one of those things that really can and maybe should be studied in these kinds of games now that we're getting more and more seasons of games like this,
Hmm.
where it's like, why does this phenomenon keep going on when, and this my comment here is going to dip into a little bit of, what Ron's talking about in in the roundtable. So actually I might save it for then. But
Yeah.
um why are we chastising him for making a mistake but not other people?
Well, we know why, but we move.
We do know why,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it's
It
bullshit.
is. It's
um
gross. It is. But yeah, I liked Rob having that conversation and just talking to Ron and realizing like I kind of like this guy. This guy's cool, and Ron is just like, listen, I don't like trust a lot of people. I don't like a lot of people, but I see something about you. And Rob is like, wow. And I think that just feels good to Rob because Rob has probably all of his life been very underestimated because he is a country boy, quiet country boy from Alabama. And living in Alabama, people like to underestimate people who are from Alabama as dumb country folk hick who don't know much and who's not smart enough. And there's a lot of people who get that stigma of not being smart just because they live in Alabama.
mhm.
And they're like, no, I really do. I am smart. I do know what I'm talking about. I might have a
Mhm.
southern drawl, but that don't mean I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking. Like when I'm I do make sense, but you just don't hear me because all you hear is this accent. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. And
Case in
so
point.
I
Okay.
period. I mean, even though I'm not from here, I
Yeah.
live here
Yeah.
now and I can see it clearly because I've been on the other side where I used to think that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Being from Chicago and born in Chicago, I used to think that way about people from the
Yeah.
South, like they're not that smart. But then I moved down here and was like, no, they're actually really smart people
Yeah.
with a Southern draw, and they're nicer too sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, not all of the time, but sometimes. But
Sometimes. Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah. So I saw it from being on both sides of the thing, and it's like, yeah, he probably his whole life have been uh just been pigeonholed in that he's good looking, but he's a dumb hick from Alabama. He's just a good looking hot boy from Alabama who is physically fit and hot, but don't say nothing. Just we just want to look at you. I don't need you to speak. I just want to look at you. And he probably felt that way about a lot of times. And then especially going on shows like Love Island, where he was
Mm-hmm.
there for how he looked. It wasn't about his smarts or his brains. It was about how he looked.
Yeah.
And on both occasions, he ended up on season 5. He was just a Casa Boys who just left. He,
Yeah.
he found a small connection, but it didn't pan out, so he was gone. And then they bring him back for season 6, and he's there to the end, but he goes through so much drama the entire time, and so he has main character energy without in situations where he probably don't want to be the main character. And so in this game, he's able to have that main character energy, but pull it back because he don't want to be the main character because he's a traitor. He don't want to. He gets to play off of that I'm a dumb hick boy from Alabama, and I'm just so sweet and kind, and people just and he gets to use that for his benefit now. And I
Mm.
think he loves that, and I love that for him because usually that was used against him. Now he can use it for himself,
And it's
and
probably one
I
of the first times he's able to use it for his advantage, and it's quite.
absolutely,
Yeah. Like,
absolutely,
and
and what we'll talk because I have something to say about that when we get to the end. But yeah,
I was gonna say, like, I there wasn't really anything else before the roundtable, so I think we can.
we can go into the roundtable with this because yeah.
Because when we get to the roundtable, like, uh,
Oh, there
oh,
was
what?
something before the roundtable.
Oh, what's up?
We do need to talk about this before the roundtable because we get
Oh
before the
my God,
roundtable.
yes.
Yes, before the roundtable, we need to get into this
This.
discussion because Colton decides he is on Lisa's neck. He's on her. He's on her, and you can't convince him he's not. But he's like, I'm not going to bring it up tonight because we're going for Ron, and that's what I'm going to stick with. That's what's going to happen. He knows nothing about the coup that's going on away from him that are trying to plot their daggers against him. But he's like, I'm on Lisa, but I don't need to bring her up now, and I need to try to salvage some things. So he pulls Lisa to the billiard room, and he's like, listen, I am on you. I know who you are, I know what's happening. And Lisa's like, what are you talking about?
What?
What are you talking about? And he's like, I just want you to know, I can protect you from the round table if you protect me in the turret.
What do you mean? I'm a faithful.
He's like, I'm just saying what I'm saying. I can protect you at the round table if you protect me in the turret.
You're ridiculous. I don't even know what you're talking about.
She's like, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm a faithful. Colton is like, I got it. I'm telling you what I know. I'm on you. And she's kind of like, I think that threw her for a loop because she did not expect him to say that. Especially just flat out be like, I know you're a traitor. Just protect me in the turret and I'll protect you at the round table. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a faithful Colton. And I thought that was interest. It was a bold move to make.
Incredibly bold.
It was bold. I don't know if I would have been able had the cojones to do that. I don't know how smart it was to do that.
I wouldn't say it was smart. I wouldn't say it was a good thing to do. I wouldn't say it was
I wouldn't say it was a necessarily bad thing to do either. Yeah, I would say it was a hmm, because it could go either way. She doesn't trust him, but she also now knows he knows, and Colton knowing something, he's telling everybody.
yeah,
And I think he might have saved himself from being murdered because if he comes up
oh,
missing and
yeah.
murdered, she is prime suspect number one.
I'm going to put a pin in that and save
Mm-hmm.
it for when we talk about the banquet
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because I think there's a way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is a way.
There's a way. But I'm going to save that I'm going to save
Mm-hmm.
that for the banquet
Oh, it is
because
a way. I'm with you. I'm with
um
you when you're there because
there's
I'm
a
with you.
way. There's a
Mm-hmm.
way. Um but yeah, when we go to the this round table was weird because
Mm.
we start with like 30 seconds of silence
Mm-hmm.
and
And
then
Ron is like, anybody
we
gonna talk?
basically get Ron's funeral is essentially the way it's like it really felt like Dan's funeral.
Mm.
I was like, are we seeing I wanted him to get away with it too. I really wanted him I wanted it to be Ron Funch's Giesling up in here. And I needed it to be, but no. But he starts going at it with Colton and he shuts Colton the hell up. He shuts that man down. Thank you, Ron Funches, for your
He
services.
read Colton to
I
filth, and I loved every second of it because
love it.
everything he said was true.
Anything else?
Because not only did, well, and here's the thing, and I want to, and people, we don't overlook this. He didn't just read Colton to filth. He read everybody at that table to filth who voted for him over this whole Portia thing. Because when he said, "But you, Colton, were wrong more than me," and Colton was like, "What do you mean with the Portia?" He's like, "Portia and Tiffany," and he was like, "Oh, and Michael, but because we don't like Michael, it's okay." But because we like Portia, now everybody stay on me.
Clock it.
And I was like, and that is not just for Colton, that is for all of y'all. Because
Uh-huh.
what do you mean it's okay that he voted out Michael and he led the charge on Michael because we don't like Michael and we wanted him gone anyway, so that's fine, it's okay. But we mad at Tiffany, but not mad enough. Like we were super mad at Portia. And I would look at all the housewives like, and y'all are the catalyst to this. You all are pushing this narrative because y'all mad that I got out your friend
Mm-hmm.
and convinced people that your friend who slipped up, who gave me reason to
Yeah.
believe that they truly are a traitor. And I just said my piece and convinced some people y'all mad at me and y'all leading this charge. The housewives, y'all lead this charge and y'all making everybody feel like, yeah, we all mad at Ron. So I'm looking at y'all and I'm looking at Colton. Now they can
I
get
didn't
mad all they want. Like you can, Dorinda, you can be mad, but it's the facts and it's the truth.
Yep.
And y'all mad because Ron don't want to talk to y'all? Why would he? Why would he when y'all on night one when he made a mistake, y'all shunned him for the rest of the thing? Why would he now want to turn around and talk to y'all and tell y'all about his life?
Correct.
Hello?
And the thing that got me too is like the way he said, well, every single one of y'all has made a mistake in here. Why are we focusing only on my mistakes? Not every single one of y'all has made an incorrect vote at this round table. Why are we only focusing on mine? Not every single vote has been to get out a traitor.
There ain't been no, we got one trade out. Hello?
Hello?
Clock that. Clock that T.
Like I It's
We know
incredibly
why.
hypocritical, and it's incredibly hypocritical from a couple of people. And honestly, I really like Dorinda, but I'm not loving the way
Mm-mm.
specifically that she's treating Ron in this game, and it's frustrating to me. Because I really did want her to get a second chance in this season. I'm very happy for her that she's gotten a second chance in this
Mm-hmm.
season. I do understand why she's been frustrated, with the way Portia was treated. But that doesn't really give her any license to treat Ron in this way. It doesn't give Candace any license to treat Ron in this way, nor Lisa, nor Caroline for that matter. Caroline was a part of it as well. And
Mm-hmm.
it's been frustrating to watch. It's really been quite frustrating. Um as someone, and Ron talked about it as well on Instagram too, um talking about his recent
Mm-hmm.
autism
Mm-hmm.
diagnosis, which I'm very happy for him. I'm quite happy that he's gotten that clarity in his life, but knowing that now, like I have even more sympathy for him as someone that is recently, realizing that myself. Because I'm like, oh baby, if I had to deal with all of that and getting shut down and like having all of that bubbling up too, like I can only imagine. Like I think I would crash out genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would just not be the energy whatsoever. So I give even more applause to Ron for being able to just get through that,
Right.
and then shutting Colton down the way he did in this roundtable.
Mm-hmm.
Um but even then,
Even
he
then.
starts saying his goodbyes to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And who steps up but Miss Tara Lipinski? Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. And she goes, "Can I say something?
And I'm
It's
like,
not
Tara, you
Ron."
can talk.
I was gonna say, Tara. Yes, ma'am.
You have
Come,
something to say?
Tara. Come to the front.
We've
All
never
right, Miss
heard you
Tara.
before. We've never
Hey,
heard you
Miss Tara.
before.
Hey, Miss Tara. Welcome to the Traitors season 4. No shade, but maybe
I'll say a little bit of
no,
shade.
not all shade, just a
A
little
little
bit of
bit of
shade.
shade. Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're watching Traitors UK season 4. Faraz, all shade. He
Wait,
no,
wait.
it's fine.
I was like, what we talking about? Because I'm confused by that. What you mean for us?
What has he done throughout the whole season?
Oh, baby. Have we not seen the last 3 episodes?
Yes, we're on episode 6,
And
and
I don't think that man
and
has
that
been quiet
hey
the
hey
whole
hey
time. I think that's the edit that's doing that to Matt Man because he
it
been
was about
talking.
it was about episode 6 that he started speaking up. I'm just saying it's
I think he
episode
been speaking up the whole time and the edit ain't been showing him because of
regardless.
regardless. I'm just
Regardless,
saying,
hey,
don't do that to
hey, hey, hey,
Faraz
hey,
now.
hey, hey,
Not
hey,
too
hey, hey.
much on Faraz.
I like Faraz. I'm not saying
Don't piss
anything.
me
I'm not saying
off.
anything.
Don't piss
I'm
me
not saying
off.
anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it is episode 6. It
That's
is time
not.
for Miss Lipinski to step up. But she stepped
Mm.
up and she
She
said,
did.
y'all, it's not Ron. So, and she's right.
Right, because it's not
Miss
Ron.
Lipinski with the first good read of the season. It's not him. So, what are we doing here? And Mr. Boo Boo the Fool decides this is the right opportunity because Lisa Rinna did not give him the answer he wanted earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lisa, you're a traitor.
Mm. Not wrong, but
He's not wrong, but no. Stop it. No.
look here. Every clock, a broken clock, could be right twice a day.
I know, but I didn't need it to be
I
that many times
know
a day.
you don't want it to be Lisa to get called out, but he's not wrong. So I can't call him Boo Boo the Fool for being right. I called him Boo Boo the Fool when he was going after Tiffany because, hello?
Mm-hmm.
But he's not wrong. And
Okay, I'll call him Boo Boo the Fool here in a little bit.
I think he's not wrong for calling out Lisa. And I don't think he did a bad job at calling out Lisa because it did get people listening to what he had to say. And his reads were correct on that. See, this is the thing. Yes, I don't like that man. I will never give him his tens either. I will never give him his tens because he doesn't deserve it. But I have to give credit where credit is due. And when somebody is right, they are right. And when I think this is a good move, I thought this was a good move to do this at this table because he had enough evidence and he wanted to bring forth that sound very, very convincing.
Mhm.
This week wasn't a bad week for him. I think this week was a much better week for him than the last 2 weeks. Um, I I feel like putting all personal feelings aside about him, I think this was a good move for him this week to try to do what he did. And calling out Lisa, getting her flustered at that table a little bit was a good move for him because he knew once that roundtable started, people were already coming for him. He had already gotten heat. People were looking at him now. And his back was against the wall at this point because there was a crew of 8 people looking at him now and
Yeah.
coming for him. And
Yeah.
so he needed to do something to shift the narrative off of him. And I think he did a good job of doing that. Even if I don't like him, I have to give him his props for doing that, shifting the narrative where it's just not solely on him. Because if it was going to come down to him and Ron, it's a good possibility that they could have just been like, we'll keep Ron in. Because Ron has escaped 3 roundtables beforehand.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, I have to think about he could escape again. They can be like, oh, we can get Ron out anytime, but this could be the only shot to get him out. And so he did what he had to do. I wasn't mad at it. Sure, I don't want them to come for Lisa because I like Lisa as a trader. I would love, she could stick around. That's fine with me.
Mhm.
But I think in this situation, this was the perfect time for Colton to do what Colton did.
Mhm.
And calling out Lisa and getting her flustered at that table was kind of like a pretty decent move for me, in my opinion.
Oh no, it worked out for him. I just don't like it.
Of course we don't like it. Of course.
I'm
Of
like, I just
course
don't
we don't
like
like it.
it.
Of
I
course we
don't
don't
like
like it.
it. That's all.
But
But
I have I have a I think an unpopular opinion because
oh.
we'll get down to these votes real quick because like you said, Ron was giving his goodbyes and everybody was like, Tara was like, I don't think it's him. Rob was like, I don't think it's him. I don't want to vote for Ron. And Rob already told Ron, like in the car home from the challenge, like, don't, I wouldn't be too sure. Rob had already started planning. He did not want to vote for Ron. He had already planned in his brain he did not want to vote for Rob. But then when the coup pulled him in and told him that maybe we could change to Colton, he's like, y'all, this is crazy. Because Rob has a a connection with Colton, which look, bros will go bros. White bros will go always white bro. I always say it, that's just what's gonna happen. And they white broing. Um and I also think Rob knows Colton would never suspect him.
Yeah.
Colton is too arrogant to ever suspect Rob.
But like, why couldn't you white bro with Steven?
I mean, I wish he would white bro with Steven. And he might be white broing with Steven or Mark. I think him and Mark are white broing together too. I
It
do.
will be
I
nice.
do think they are. But I think Colton is such a bigger personality and such a bigger shield for it. Like Steven and Mark are very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And so they won't create a big enough shield, a mass around him. But Colton is going to create that massive shield around him. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he's doing that. And so he's like, I already have this alliance with Colton. I don't really want to break that, which I'm like, okay, smart. I get it. I understand it. I personally wouldn't like it for me personally, but I understand why he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came down to this vote, um,
Nuts.
nuts, crazy, stupid, dumb. Um, Ron Ron eventually gets banished. And I hated it.
No.
I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. But Ronnie eventually gets banished. But the vote, 6 to 5 to 4,
What do you mean 6 to 5 to 4?
6 to 5 to 4 is crazy. And
And the 4 is not on the person the 4 should have been on.
the 4 is on Colton.
You mean the 4 is on Colton?
Ron had 6 votes. Lisa had 5 votes.
You mean Lisa had 5 votes?
I was like, whoa. I did not think that many people would be convinced by Colton about Lisa. I didn't think so. And I honestly didn't think Rob thought so either when Rob voted for Lisa. And I don't think he thought that many people was going to vote for Lisa in that moment and that they would vote for Colton. But Colton convinced a few people that it was Lisa. Now, here's my unpopular opinion. I don't think this was the worst move for Rob. I don't think this was a bad move for Rob. And here's why I say that. 2 reasons. Number 1, if anybody is going to charm their way out of this situation, if this is a pickle that Rob has put himself in, if anybody is going to charm their way out of it, it is Rob. Rob is going to talk sweet and get Candace and Lisa to calm down. And maybe Candace won't trust him fully, but she is not going to trust him enough to push for him to go. And I think Lisa's going to calm down because he's going to have a good excuse and a reason why. And when he told them that reason why, Lisa already was kind of like, oh, okay, kind of makes sense. Candace was a little like, I don't know, but I think she's going to calm down. And I think the banquet is going to help them calm down. So I think if anybody could get their way out of this is Rob. And I think he's going to do a good job of doing this. Number 2, my second reason why I don't think this is this was a bad situation for Rob. Eventually, one of them is going to have to go.
Yeah.
They can't play this game 3 traitors strong to the end. You go have to give up a traitor at some point in time. And if Lisa is the one that has the heat on her now, and Rob puts his vote on for Lisa early, even if she doesn't go, but he puts his vote on her, people are going to see that and be like, well, Rob voted for her, and she was actually a traitor.
Yeah.
It's going to make him look even more faithful.
I
I don't think this was a bad move for Rob to do this, even if Lisa didn't go home. Now, it would have been better if she just went home and then he only would have had to deal with Candace, or he could have seduced somebody into the turn to then turn on Candace with him. All that's possible. It could have happened. But I think him doing this and Lisa staying, he could still charm his way through this and make it where people are still not going to expect him or suspect him as a traitor. The true traitors, I don't think they feel like they're strong enough, even though I think they are. I don't feel like they think that they're strong enough to do it without Rob.
I think that's fair. I think the one thing I keep going back to here is I think he could talk his way out of this. I definitely think there's a universe for that. I think if Lisa is banished at the next roundtable, I think there is a universe where Candace creates a coalition to go after Rob. I think she's got a good bit of ammo against Rob at this point. I think she could collect a good amount of people, a good amount of information against him, and could really take some people and take him out at this point, or wait another round or so and take him out, especially if Dorinda is still in. I think As long as Dorinda's still in and she has another housewife, I think there's a universe where she can still keep that going.
My
She's
count.
she's
Go ahead.
Oh, and I was gonna say she's got a really good relationship with Tara, and I think Tara is really going, as long as Tara's still in as well. I think
Mm-hmm.
those are the two people that Candace really, really needs in order to potentially take Rob out if she needs to. I don't know that she will need to,
Mm-hmm.
but if she needs to, those are going to be the linchpins for her.
I don't think Candace has enough ammo on Rob.
Mm,
And I don't, but I think Rob has enough ammo on Candace.
mm.
And I think that's the problem because I feel like the only thing she could say is, well, he didn't participate in the conga line because he opted out. Rob like, yeah, but you started it. Now, if you want to start a trade war, Rob could, and it's like, Candace, you were the one hesitating on getting in doing these challenges, and you were complaining, and I don't want in. When I just
And
I dove right in and got a lot of money for this prize pot. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And he can bring up the whole Portia situation and her being flaky on the Portia situation. And
yep.
like, yeah, there is,
And then be like, and how do you know, Tiffany? You were so convinced that Tiffany wasn't a traitor. How would you know that?
oh, yeah, there
He
is.
got a lot on her more than she has on him because he's covered his tracks a little bit better than she has. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't think she wants to start a traitor on traitor war with Rob right now. Even if Lisa goes right away, even if she goes the next round, I think Rob will be able to talk his way out of it. And because we'll talk about this Alan coming after the vote is gone and Ron has announced that he is indeed a faithful, and everybody's like, oh, I knew.
Shocker.
Oh my god. Um Alan to lets them know that, you've been very, you all have been in a lot today. You've been through a
Mm.
lot, and I want to do something nice. Not that. What just happened here? Oh, anyway, sorry. My computer and my screen in front of me did two different things, and I was like,
Oh,
"What
good.
is happening?"
Good.
Uh, um, they were like, "Yeah, the I want to do something nice for y'all, and I'm going to throw you a grand banquet in the hall."
Mm.
And everybody on Traders, if you've watched any episode of Traders, you know a grand banquet is never just a banquet.
Natalie literally goes, okay, what's the twist?
What's the catch here? Like, what's the catch? And there is the catch. Because then we get a flashback to last night. And I'm like, oh, what else happened last night?
Right. So much happened last night. Damn.
We didn't know everything happened last night. But the traders were told that there was going to be a banquet and that they are going to have to murder in plain sight again. And I was like,
In
oh,
front of everyone.
everyone. And I'm like, oh,
Y'all getting ballsy.
very ballsy, very bold.
Oof.
And so, how this is going to happen is one of the traders is going to have to put on this beautiful diamond and ruby brooch.
One
Uh,
of the traitors. Totally.
like,
Let's have Rob do it.
yeah, let's put that big bold.
I would have paid good money to see Rob Ross wear that fucking brooch.
Everybody, it was so funny when he brought it out. Candace and Lisa both just looked at each other like, okay, which one of us is wearing this?
Right,
Because
literally.
it would be so. What, he gonna put on his overalls?
Uh-huh.
Hello, but no. So they have to wear this, and then you have to get somebody to touch it, and whoever touches it dies. Now you know who wouldn't have fell for that? Rob's sister Nina.
Uh-huh. He would have saw it and been like, no.
I'm not
No, I'm
touching
fine.
nothing.
Mm-mm.
You look good. That's great. Like, no, nobody would touch it. He would.
Mm-hmm.
He would. Yeah, Rob would have never touched it. But they have to get somebody to touch it, and whoever touches it, they will be murdered. And I'm like, oh, oh, this is interesting. I want to see how it plays out because I'm intrigued. I'm hoping it's not one of those twists that are good on paper, but then
And
flops.
then flops because someone like accidentally touches it.
Right.
You know what else is interesting, Lana?
What's that?
You know what's really, really interesting about next week's episode?
Oh God,
Whatever the fuck this is.
baby, baby. I knew you were gonna bring that up, and you know, I love gay people. I love my gays.
Thank
You
you.
know this. Everybody
I
who
can confirm Lana is a an S tier ally. I will say.
I love my gays. I ride with y'all. My LGBTQ Q plus community. I ride with y'all. I need y'all though to go inside of your community, pull out all the performative gays, and like fling them from your community. Because what is this?
Baby, we're trying.
This what? What is this? What the heck is this?
You know what it is, Lana? Bullshit.
What? What? What is this?
Nasty bullshit.
I, 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 I respectfully ask that you take this off my screen and then delete this from our back end things because I don't ever want to see that again. Because what? What? It, I don't.
I don't.
I don't like people cosplaying things, and I feel like he's a cosplayer. I don't like when people cosplay culture, and I think he's cosplaying the gay culture.
He is.
And I just
Someone lied to him and said he was
several
fly,
times.
hot, and sexy, and he is none of that. He is nothing of the sort.
Nothing of the sort. They he needed to put that back on the shelf. Like what? I don't. When I saw that in the previews, I was like, "What the jump scare? Don't do that to me." That I don't. I don't know what that is, but I am intrigued by next week because of the previews. I want to see why we had Tara and Natalie running out together. Like, were they looking at some people fighting or were they fighting? I kind of think it was them running to the fight to see what the heck was going on. Um, because I just don't see Tara and Natalie actually fighting each other at this point. That
Yeah,
doesn't
I
make
don't
any
see it
sense to me.
either.
That
But
doesn't make any sense to me. I thought about it because when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, is Tara and Natalie fighting?" But then after I slept on it, and this morning I woke up, I was like, no, that's not them fighting. This is literally the preview showing us them running to the fight and seeing what I think the fight is Lisa and Colton. I just think that's the
yeah.
fight. And they were running to the fight to see what was going on.
Hmm.
Um, but yo. I don't I'm interested. I'm interested to see how this because from what we hear, Alan Cummings has said it on her interview that it's about to get very spicy in the castle next week, and I'm like, this is we've been waiting, on. And not to mention before just jumping to the previews. After the round table, Lisa, you mentioned it earlier, but Lisa telling Colton like, "Hey, I am not a housewife all the time. I
Right.
being on the housewife is being the actress because they're on for TV. They dial it up because they're on TV. But when the cameras aren't rolling, they don't have to be on. And Lisa was trying to be not on. But she was like, but I can be if you need me to be. Now, if you want
Right.
to see this, and Coach was like, yes, this is the real Lisa. She was like, oh, I can turn into the housewife that you want me to be, but I don't think you really want that, Colton. You asking for something you can't really. Uh, I want
Like you
Lisa
like
to
I want her to just fucking
end
destroy him.
him. End him.
End him. Like it's so
Ugh.
frustrating to me because it's clear that she just wants to like be herself, even
Mm-hmm.
though she's also like playing the traitor and like trying to
Mm-hmm.
like, do whatever.
Really good.
Um
Mm-hmm.
right, and it's like it's just so frustrating to me because everything he's doing here is just so performative. Like, oh, I just want to like open the doors for all the ladies. Like, it's so fucking performative. Like, shut the fuck up, you gross motherfucker.
Because you
Like,
sit, oh, because you sit there with that smug look on your face all the time. It's
ugh,
like
God.
I want to punch him. He has a punchable face, and I
Yes,
want to
he
punch
does.
him. And I don't condone violence, but I want to punch him.
I wish when he jumped over that wall on his season of The Bachelor that he had just tripped and he fell and then never recovered. And that's where I'm gonna leave off.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because next week I hope it's explosive as they say because I'm ready for it. I'm ready for
Watch,
some
watch it
more
be
drama.
so explosive. Lisa ends Colton, and then we get the most like random mundane elimination. Like
Right.
Eric gets eliminated or some shit like that.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
All I know is that they said, Lisa, don't take out someone that voted for you. Therefore, Natalie
Mhm.
Anderson is safe. And I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it.
Oh, and I will say this. I will say this. I owe you a bit of a. You might be on to something
Pff.
because you might be on to a little bit of Rob Mora situation, but
I.
but I
Hmm.
don't think they're dating. I just think they just got some comfort while they were there, and that's it. That's it. I'll give you your
Oh,
two.
thank you. Thank you. I'll take that. Side note, Maura Higgins, icon. She ain't doing too much, but
She
she's
doing
providing.
just enough.
She's my confessional girl.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Now, especially now that Monet is gone,
yeah,
Maura is giving good confessional. Um, and I love the way she says GM and the way
yeah.
she says traitor.
Uh
Cracks me up every time.
huh.
I just love Maura Higgins. I just love Maura Higgins. That is all.
Yeah,
Um,
I kind of
and
see a
if
little, but
and if
not too
it
much.
and if they have a late game recruited traitor, I would love for it to be Maura Higgins. It probably won't be, but I would love for it to be Maura Higgins.
I feel like if they do, it's probably gonna be somebody like a. I want it to be Kristen. I would want it to be
I
Kristen.
want it to be Kristen. I don't
I
think
think.
she has any connection to any of these traitors, to be honest with
Mhm.
you. I think I think it could be Dorinda, to be honest with you.
I would. I don't think Rob would want another housewife because that he'll be like that. We
I
can't
don't
have
know that
another
Rob will
housewife.
be there.
I think he will. I think Lisa's
No,
going
I think he
first.
will too.
I think Lisa's going first.
If it's Candace and Rob,
I
that's a
can see
stick
Kristen.
scenario. I could see
I can see
Kristen.
Kristen, or I can see Johnny.
I could see Mark as well.
Maybe.
That'd be fun.
I feel like I could see it being Jam Jam because people already suspected him and they can easily throw him under the bus.
I could see that as well. I could
I
see
would
that as well.
maybe pick somebody who has heat on them and be like, and like,
Yeah.
see, here's the thing. If I hate to say this, if Colton is not gone very soon
Hmm.
and Lisa goes before Colton, I can see Rob convincing Candace and letting Colton come in and be like, because say like he has heat on him
Mhm.
already. He comes in, we throw him under the bus, we get
Yeah,
another traitor, we still rocking. And Candace would agree. And Rob could do something so dirty and malicious and be like, when Colton gets in, boots Candace, I would hate that
I
with
would
my
be
heart and soul. I would be
so
so pissed, but I would be like, but that was such a good move because Candace is the one other housewife who that gets that housewife coalition out of the way, and him and Colton still is the bigger shield for him in that turret.
I'd be
And he
so
can
mad.
get Colton out at the end and he can walk away with all the money. I
I'd
would
be
be
so
mad and then
mad,
happy.
but
I would be mad, but I would understand and then be happy when he wins. Because I do want Rob to win. I want Rob to win this game. I think he deserves to win this game. That's me personally. But on that note, I
yeah.
think we've said all that we needed to say about
I
this.
think so too.
And I think we'll be back. Well, I know we'll be back next week to talk more Traders episode 7. I can't wait to see how this banquet turns out. Man, yeah,
Baby, it's
this
gonna be
turning out.
dramatic nonetheless.
I mean,
It's gonna be drama, 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 and I am predicting a slightly mundane murder.
elimination. Round table. Okay. Okay.
No, I'm gonna say drama, drama at the banquet, slightly mundane elimination. I don't know who, but slightly mundane elimination.
Oh, before we do go, draft
Oh yes,
update. Yes.
yes,
Jack has finally lost someone on their team. So everybody has officially lost at least one person. I lost 3 people. Logan has lost 2 people. Mike has lost 2 people. So
period.
there's that. Jack is still in the lead. Well, Jack and Brooke are now tied again of the least people. I'm holding on to Robin and Dream, and you know what? I kind of like my dream. I think my dream is gonna win. I think my dream can win.
And I'm not mad at my team right now.
No.
I've got Housewives and Natalie Anderson, and you know
Yeah.
what? I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I think your team is going to go very far. I think Natalie's going to go
I
far, and I
think I've
think Dorinda
got, and you
is
know
good.
what? If Lisa can recover properly, I think I got a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Mm-hmm. But again, once again, I am Team Traders. I want the Traders to win this season. I just am. But
me
we
too.
But we'll be back here next week to talk about all things traders. And then join us for our UK coverage if you haven't done so already. It's a fun time over there. So we'll be back next week talking episode 7. Follow us on this channel if you haven't done so already. Follow us on this channel and all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our socials at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Hit us up over there. You can follow Logan and me if you like. It'd be cool if you do. If you didn't, that's cool too. Make sure to get your merch at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. The QR code is to the right of the screen. The link is in the description below. And yeah, we're gonna get out of here because we got nothing left else to say. So thanks for watching. Go watch another video. We got more content to make. And so you just stick around and watch more videos. That's cool. Click the next one. And we'll see y'all next time. Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.